Hey everyone, today we're talking about an accessory that really surprised me, the new Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch 2. It priced around $109 Canadian, and while it keeps the foundation of the previous model, it brings several smart improvements. So is it worth upgrading if you already own the Switch 1 Pro controller? Could this be the best Nintendo controller ever made? Let's dive into it. Inside of the box, you get the controller, a USB-C charging cable, and that's about it. No extra, but all the essential are there. At first glance, it looks very similar to the original model, but on the end, you will notice the grips are slightly slimmer, a small detail that really improves the comfort. The matte black and gray finish gives it a clean, understated look, but it does attract dust pretty easily. The face buttons are slightly larger, allowing for a better accuracy, and visually you will notice that the top portion of the controller and the stick shaft are now white, giving it a two-tone look that some people might like or not. For the build quality, the construction feels very solid, nothing creaks, the buttons are firmly set, the sticks are incredibly smooth, and the D-pad appears to have been reworked to be less sensitive than the Switch 1 Pro controller. It's not on the premium level of something like the DualSense Edge, Xbox Elite Series 2, but for the price, it's a well-finished product that feels built to last. Let's talk about feature. First up, the addition of two back buttons, the GL and GR, which you can remap to any function on a per game basis. Super handy for titles like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where jumping and sprinting at the same time is a key. Next, you also have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Finally, on a Nintendo controller, you can plug your headset directly into the controller, which is perfect for playing late at night without disturbing anyone. Just make sure you update your controller because the audio jack won't be active when you will plug your controller. There's also a new C button for quick access to the Switch 2 game chat. Its placement is a bit odd to the right of the right analog stick, which make it look slightly off-center. It's not a big issue, but it does stand out. Charging is now faster via USB-C, and the update HD Rumble 2 gives you more precise, quieter haptic feedback. It's not as immersive as the PS5 haptic, but it's a clear step up from the previous version. Now let's talk about performance. When it comes to gameplay, it's a joy to use. The analog stick are far superior to those on the Switch 1 controller. They're ultra smooth with no grinding sensation, and they have also more travel than the Joy-Con stick, give you much better control, especially in games like Mario Kart World. The buttons, although still membrane based, are a really pleasant surprise. Tight, responsive, and they offer an excellent tactile feedback. They feel nothing like the mushy button you sometimes get with budget controller. As for the D-pad, the sensitivity issue from the previous model are clearly fixed. It's more stable and accurate and lets you perform diagonal and complex input without misfire. I test some games like Street Fighter 6 and a few retro titles with the Switch Online, and pulling off combos and quarter circle motion was smooth and effortless. Not something I could always say with the older controller. The ZL and the ZR button remain digital, so no analog detection, but they're quick, well placed, and satisfying to use. And in games like Mario Kart, the HD Rumble 2 adds subtle but immersive feedback that enhances the experience without being overbearing. My experience with it, honestly, I've been using the Switch Pro 2 controller for the past 2 days, and honestly, the comfort is mile ahead of the previous version. The grip feels more natural, the handles are better shape, and you can tell Nintendo they fine-tuned the ergonomics. But what impressed me the most are the joystick. They're in a completely different league compared to the one of the original Pro controller. Smooth, precise, and pleasant to use. They make longer gaming sessions way more enjoyable, especially in fast-paced games like Mario Kart World. The back buttons are also well placed and easy to reach. I find myself using them often with quick action in my favorite games. All in all, it's a controller I add up right away, and I've been using it 99% of the time on my Switch 2. I even replaced it from my Vader 4, so I think the Switch 2 controller is my new main on the Switch. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. So we're gonna start by the pros. Extremely smooth analog stick, much improved D-pad, customizable back button, built-in 3.5mm head jack, fast charging via USB-C, better HD rumble feedback, and very comfortable to hold. For the cons, still no analog triggers. I feel it's a bit a weird decision in 2025. Game chat button looks slightly awkward. On the pricey side, at $109 Canadian, it's pretty high, and the two-tone design might not appeal to everyone. So to conclude, do I recommend the new Switch 2 controller? Absolutely. In my opinion, it's the best controller Nintendo has ever made. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it improves just about everything that needs fixing from the original. If you play regularly on your Switch 2, it's a great investment, especially if you enjoy competitive or retro game. Now, is it worth upgrading if you already have the first Pro controller? If you only play occasionally, maybe not, but for regular use, the upgrade definitely justifies the switch. So for me, it's a 9 on 10. I really appreciate this controller. If you have any question about it, just comment in the YouTube section. I will try to help you the best that I can. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.